Welcome.
They are vaccinated.
Sue, you got him on that. I gotta give you that.
That's not helping right now. Read the report.
Oh, okay. All right. So needless to say, welcome everyone. We are at the City Council Finance Committee meeting. It is, I believe, about 6:03. Yes, 6:03. So we're not terribly behind. I unfortunately did not bring my flag. I have joined Councilmember Ash McPherson in her lovely abode. So Councilmember Cummings, if you could display the flag, that would be wonderful.
Sue has the flag.
Awesome. Sue, Councilmember Steele. Okay, thank you. I can only see 4 people at a time, so I am at a disadvantage. So I would ask everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And Councilmember Steele, since you have blessed us with this lovely flag, if you could lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Councilmember Steele. Thank you. Now I can see everyone. That's awesome. All right. I look very funny on your screen. Okay. All right. Going right into it. Roll call. Councilmember Gully. Councilmember Gully.
I'm here.
Thank you. Councilmember Ash McPherson.
I'm here.
Councilmember Steele.
Present.
Councilmember Cummings.
Present.
Councilmember Zaluski.
Here.
Hi. Councilmember McDermott.
I'm here.
Okay, and Councilmember McDermott has a horrible cold. We hope that you feel better. And Council President Mantello is here. 7 present, 0 absent. I'll take a motion for the approval of the minutes of the last finance meeting.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes as transcribed.
Thank you. Councilmember Zaluski motions. Is there a second?
Second.
I can't second.
Yes.
Second.
I can't talk.
Second, Councilmember Steele. You could talk through here. Okay, Councilmember Steele seconds. Discussion on the approval of minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Opposed? Okay, 7-0 approval of the minutes and presentation of the agenda. We actually have a light agenda, which is unusual. So I imagine at our November council meeting, we may have a finance meeting. I'm taking a guess. Stating that we have a couple ordinances, a couple of resolutions. We'll go right into it. No one has signed up for the public forum. No local laws. Ordinance 88. Ordinance amending the 2021 garbage fund budget to accept funds from the United States Department of Agriculture, Natural Resources Conservation Service for funding related to the City of Trace Environmental Stewardship Initiative. Council President Mantello, at the request of the administration, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion, Councilmember Zaluski, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second, Councilmember Cummings. On the discussion, I coincidentally, I have to throw this in, when I was Greenway Director, I worked with a gentleman, Joe Heller, and Joe at that time was from the Hudson Valley, and he worked for Scenic Hudson and a couple other environmental organizations. He's now the urban agriculture specialist for USDA. And he did call me this week regarding this innovative grant. Needless to say, he is very excited, but he said that this program really only works with participation from the community. So I'm just curious. I mean, obviously, you know, the mayor's release went out. What do we plan to do in terms of the outreach to the community How aggressive will it be? Because obviously, the composting program, et cetera, is only successful with, the community participation. And then just secondly, I know we have a 25% match on this. So Andy, we're amending the budget to create that match. Okay, so who would like to answer just the outreach part of it?
Council President.
Hi, Monica.
So the outreach has already been done. Phase 1 is full, phase 2 is full, and phase 3 is on its way to being full, to the point where we actually have a waiting list, which is amazing. And we're trying to figure out what that looks like to try to make sure that we can get through the waiting list as well too. Reminders for phase 1 has already gone out. I believe the materials are going to be delivered on November 1st. So it is moving and going, and there has been a tremendous response from just some of the Facebook groups and some of the email groups I'm on. People are really excited about this initiative, and it will go a long way to jumpstart our desire to actually reduce our tipping fees and get these heavy, bulky things out of our garbage streams, and be able to help the residents, get a free bag of soil at the end of the day too. And this is a nice free initiative. It's a great partnership with Bethlehem, and which has a tremendous compost facility down there, a remarkable compost facility. I'm learning a lot about this lately, as well as the partnership with Food Scraps 360. They already do pick up here at the farmers market on Saturdays, which a lot of people utilize. We're actually talking to them about setting up other drop-off sites, like at the Alamo for the day that the Alamo is open, in addition to this residential household pick up at your door, at your curb, just to be able to get those people who are interested but can't jump in board until the spring, like 6 months from now, to be able to give them an outlet. So it's going well. It's going extremely well, actually. We think we'd have that kind of response, which is awesome. People are ready for it, and we're ready to help get there.
That's awesome. I didn't realize that the first 2 phases were full. As a follow-up question, so Bethlehem actually, they're able to use the product, correct? I would love to visit that. If you could maybe arrange that. I don't know if any other council members, I'm really interested in this subject and the whole anaerobic digesting and all of that. So can you arrange a visit, Monica?
Oh, I'm sure Renee could. She's actually pretty well established in that community. She's on several associations and several boards in the state. And that's the Composting Initiative. Albany's got a jump start on it, but Bethlehem, yeah, we can do that for you. It's amazing. They have this huge facility in their industrial area, and they, for every person that composts with them within the town of Bethlehem, they get a bag of soil, or they can get soil there. But they also have a huge partnership with the school district, and the school district has actually digesters on site at their facility as well too, and they do a whole education program around it. It's really innovative for a suburban school.
At some point, do you envision, Troy obviously being able to get some of the, reap some of the rewards outside of obviously the incentive of getting people to, not dispose more garbage, and the incentive of getting folks to participate in the program? Obviously, that's a benefit, but there's so many other benefits like Bethlehem is receiving. Do you ultimately see Troy reaping some of those benefits?
Well, the benefit in getting the composting soil back to the person who's creating it is obviously the primary benefit, but the most significant benefit is the reduction in tipping fees. So it will directly affect the resident by taking that, and it's a rather significant amount of weight in your garbage every week. So just retraining people, and it's retraining people. Instead of one bin, you put it in another bin, and then you take it to the curb, and it gets picked up on the same day. So it's a modification, it's change, and we just have to educate the change. But I do think in the future, I know if you looked at the 10-year plan, there is some interest in initiative down the road to try to see if there's a facility that can be created on this side of the river.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I see the obvious benefits, the tipping fees, all of that. I mentioned that, but there's product, and that's ultimately, where obviously we'd like to go where Bethlehem is. So, okay, cool. Did other council members have questions? Okay, all in favor?
No, Jim. got
Oh,
question. He's muted.
can folks speak up, please? I can see
He's
four
muted.
at a time, and
He's
now
muted.
okay, you are muted, Councilmember Gully, and I heard you have your hand up. Hi.
I tried to press my space bar, it wouldn't let me talk. So I'd just like to say that I'm excited to see this program because I think that I've barked about this for a long time, that, this is a great process by getting to the compost and the compost program. And I hope that we do really put a lot of energy into finding a way to create our own compost site. We've got a lot of land available down in parts of the city that we might be able to utilize to create that compost program. So it becomes even more of a benefit to the city when we take in other people also. So I'm excited to see this move, and I'd like to see it expand. I might have missed it. Can you tell me what areas that you're specifically targeting with this first?
It was citywide, actually. So it was anybody within the city could actually partake of it. And it was interesting because Food Scraps 360 was really kind of looking at a very distinctive area, obviously for ease of purposes and operations. But we really wanted to make sure that we got the initiative out citywide so that all people could benefit from them. So there's people from all over, all walks of life that are participating in the first phase. The second phase will start in the spring, and then the third phase shortly after that.
In here it says phase 2 starts in the winter of 2022.
It'll start 6 months from now. About 6 months from now.
Okay, all right.
Phase one.
All right,
This
thank
one
you.
is
Council President
Thank you.
and Kim, we can actually hear you chatting. So just if you're thinking about it.
I told her, Councilmember Ash
I had a
McPherson
question.
asked about phase 1, but before that, Councilmember Steele.
I just wanted to say, I signed up and I'm in too, so I'm glad that to hear that that it's so popular. And I also am glad that we, as a majority, advocated to add recycling staff person because I think that's helping us grow the program. It's certainly, we've seen some great growth with the apps, and I'm just really excited to see the energy behind this. So I think we made a wise choice there, and it was a very good investment. So kudos.
Thank you. If any of you have not met Naomi, she's pretty awesome. The Troy Compost logo that you have seen, she actually helped create that. She painstakingly put it through an iteration of 4 of us approving it. She's really amazing. She's doing the garbage audits up at the DPW garage. She's getting in with the guys, and it's just her and Renee are just doing such a great job with it and making it street level instead of administrative portions to it. They're actually on the ground with the crews, interacting, educating them as well. So I expect great things from both of them.
Awesome.
President.
Councilmember Ash McPherson did have a question, and Councilmember Zaluski.
Monica,
Kim.
hi, how are you? Can you just say you have already 100 people that already signed up for this? Are they throughout the city of Troy? Where are they mainly ones
They're
that signed up from?
I don't know the exact number of the phase. I think it was 100. I don't remember the exact number of the phases, but it's throughout the city. It's not in any geographic location.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Councilmember Zaluski.
Thank you. So this is, of course, great news for the city. I do want to give us a quick history lesson. This all started back in 2012 during I guess it was my 3rd term on the city council. And we created the City of Troy Composting Work Group. And I do want to commend now Councilman Cummings was back then a member of the Composting Work Group, along with some folks like Abby Lublin and Guy Schaefer and Lucy Greetham, as I recall. Some folks have moved on, and some folks are still here in the city, have been waiting for the better part of a decade now for this to happen. So this is absolutely great news. Many of the recommendations that were made in that, I think it was a 60-page report, as I recall, those recommendations are now finally becoming reality in the city of Troy. This is great news. I know this is kind of like a beta test of the service. I'm fairly confident that this is going to go well and that we'll have a full citywide rollout soon enough. But Monica, thank you. Thanks to Renee and Naomi. This is just it's a long time coming, and very happy to see it. I also want to mention one other thing. I had a bunch of inquiries online regarding the recent posting from City Hall that talked about the composter sale, the composter bin sale. And there was some confusion because people were saying, well, wait, why is the city selling composter bins if they're supposed to be taking compost? And so I've clarified that with as many people as I can, but for folks that are watching, it's two separate things, right? The composter bin sale is for those residents, those very enterprising residents that want to do their own composting, right? And basically have your own backyard compost heap. And then the program that we're talking about here from the ground up is for those people that want to be environmentally conscious, but don't necessarily want to do their own composting. So, we're going to let the city handle that, and then compost will be created, and you'll have special deals on being able to purchase, the compost that results from all of that. But they're two separate things, obviously very related, but I wanted to just, clarify that for folks that watch. So again, thank you everybody for moving this forward.
Awesome. Councilmember Zaluski, would anyone else like to talk, discuss, have questions? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Councilmember McPherson just put her hand in front of my face. She is an aye. 7 ayes, 0 noes. And Monica, please, I'd love to check out the Bethlehem site. Okay. Thank you. Ordinance 89, ordinance declaring certain city-owned personal property as surplus and directing the office of the city comptroller to dispose of the surplus property. Council President Mantello, at the request of the administration, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion, Councilmember Zaluski, is there a second?
Second.
Second, Councilmember Ash McPherson, discussion.
Council
I
President?
know that, yeah, Councilmember Cummings.
I'll just update the council. I did ask the chief about the two relatively new police cars that are obviously those are ones that have been in accidents or totaled. So those aren't. We're not selling a brand new 2018, obviously.
Yep. Any other comments on any of the items that are up? Okay. We have a motion. I saw the Jerry Rice plaque. Yes, Councilmember Gully.
I'm looking at this list. I'm just amazed. Jerry Rice, Steve Young. Where do we get this stuff from? How do we acquire this type of stuff in a city operation and equipment?
Forfeitures? I'm not sure.
Correct.
Mayor?
That's correct.
Okay. Oh, there's Andy. Thank you.
Oh,
Hi,
so this is all
Andy.
forfeiture
Hello.
stuff. Oh, hey, great. Hey, great. I
Okay.
was wondering where we got a list of this stuff from, but now I know. All right, great. Good to know. Might have to go shopping.
You can't bid, Mr. Gully. Okay,
family can.
further discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Opposed? All right, ordinance 89 carries 7-0. Ordinance 90, ordinance transferring funds within the 2021 water fund budget. Council President Mantello, at the request of the administration, is there a motion?
Make a motion.
Motion, Councilmember Zaluski, is there a second?
Second.
Second, Councilmember Ash McPherson seconds. Discussion, you have a number of transfers in DPU. Andy, what's the 100K permanent salary? You're taking out of that, and I take it you're putting 50-50 materials and supplies, consultant services. Which
Yes.
consultant is that for the additional 50?
I can check with Chris to verify that and send an email out to the council. I don't know it off the top of my head.
It's
I apologize.
on the backup support, it's It's to look at the
I don't-
to fund the repairs in the entryway to the water treatment plant. There's a structural floor concern with where they load. So it's to design and fix that.
Thank you.
Is for require repairs. Okay, that was Barry. Sorry, thank you. Further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? All right, ordinance 90 carries 7-0. Resolutions. Resolution E3, resolution of the Troy City Council authorizing a change of traffic direction on Rensselaer Street between 6th Ave and River Street. Council President Mantello, at the request of the administration, we also did have a public hearing last week on this issue. And Aaron Vera, our engineer, city engineer, is with us for any questions, discussion. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion, Councilmember Zaluski, is there a second?
Second.
Second, Councilmember Ash McPherson. Discussion or questions for Andy?
Council President.
Yes, Councilmember Ash McPherson.
So Aaron, I know we had some questions and concerns with the street over there. Did you address this with the constituents that?
No, we haven't had it. Well, I did address it with the constituent. The constituent was concerned about a lack of parking. They were interpreting the plan as only providing 8 parking spaces along Rensselaer Street. I went through the plan with them and informed them it would be 15 spaces. So that alleviated that resident's concern. But I have not yet been able to make it out there to do a parking study.
So you're saying
I don't know if
that
the council needs needs more information than that one resident is happy now, or if they'd like a parking study, I could do that.
I wanted to make sure that it was addressed with the concern that the resident was it bringing up with the parking, and you're saying it's going from 8 to.
There's going to be 15 parking spaces along Rensselaer Street. Today, there's more. There's closer to 30 spaces along there now, but they're not striped.
Okay. Are they going to be striped for parking? Are they going to be lit?
So we are having issues, obviously. I think most council members are aware that we're having supply issues obtaining traffic paint. So we are making the switch to water-based paint for the remainder of this paving season. So we will be striping those spaces with a water-based paint.
And is it going to be parking on one side or both sides?
One side. We need the additional width to accommodate two-way traffic.
Okay. And is it going to be diagonal parking
No, it'll be
for
parallel.
15 over there? Because I'm trying to visualize that. Parallel. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for your work on this, Aaron, and it still has to go to the regular meeting. So if there's continued issues, Councilmember Ash McPherson, make sure you connect with Aaron and his folks.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you, Aaron. Further questions, discussion? All in favor of resolution E3? Aye. Opposed? Okay, resolution E3 carries 7-0. Resolution 84, resolution of Troy City Council authorizing a change of traffic direction on Washington Street between 5th Ave and River Street. Council President Mantello, at the request of the administration, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion, Councilmember Zaluski, is there a second?
Second.
Second, Councilmember Ash McPherson. Discussion? We've gotten a couple positive comments on this, Aaron. And so thank you to you and traffic for working on this issue, because obviously it'll address some major issues down there with pedestrian safety and just a walkable neighborhood. Questions, discussion, anyone else? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Okay, resolution E4 carries 7-0. Resolution E6, resolution appointing Kimberly Ann Mazer to the Board of Assessment Review of the City of Troy. Council President Mantello, Council Member Zaluski. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion, Council Member Ash McPherson. Is there a second?
Second,
Second, Councilmember Steele. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Resolution 6 carries 7-0. Last resolution, very controversial one. Resolution 7, resolution appointing commissioners of deeds for the city of Troy. Council President Mantello, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion, Councilmember Zaluski. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Councilmember Ash McPherson. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Opposed? Okay. Resolution 7 carries 7-0. I just want to thank everyone for joining us. A little unorthodox sharing the screen here, but it was kind of cool. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
Our fastest finance ever. I better close it before it's not. Okay, we have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second, Councilmember Ash McPherson. Discussion on the motion to adjourn.
We should discuss and like take up another half hour. Why not?
Not a totally unrelated subject to discuss.
I can't believe it. I'll be eating dinner before 10 o'clock. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? All right. Good night, everyone.